All right. One of my favorite things about my job is being able to introduce new things to teachers. And I know this is probably not the greatest time to introduce new things, but I know some of you, because I've worked with some of you, are excited. You know all these programs that we're talking about, and you're like, I want to try some new stuff. So I'm going to do this for those of you that are think you're ready for some new information. Those of you that aren't, ignore this one, and maybe in a couple months when you get things in a routine, you could check this one out. So this is about a program called Immersive Reader. And Immersive Reader is built into Microsoft products. It's a Microsoft thing, and I know you're sitting going, Microsoft, we're a Google district. But what's cool about this is it has a Chrome extension, and I'll talk more about that in a second. Um, the amazing thing about Microsoft's Immersive Reader is what it can do for you and for kids. And so I wanted to just kind of show what it does and let you decide how you, if you want to use it, if you want to try it, take a look at it. So it's built into all the Microsoft products. You will find it in Word, in PowerPoint, OneNote. A bunch of the Microsoft products have Immersive Reader built into it. And more of the companies are starting to pull Immersive Reader into some of what they're doing as well, into some of their programs and apps and stuff. So it is a program basically that anything on the internet or anything inside those Microsoft products, if you have the Chrome extension, it's anything on the internet. It does not work within like a Google Doc or something because that has its own built-in stuff. But anything you find on the internet that's part of an HTML web page, you can pull into Immersive Reader with the Chrome extension. So I'm going to pull this. This is just a quick news article. I'm going to right-click it. I highlighted what I wanted, and I'm going to say, help me read this. And that is the key for Immersive Reader to come up. Okay, now, what's cool about Immersive Reader, what it basically does is read the article to you. Okay, now some of the settings that I had changed when I was messing with it are still up here, like the color and stuff like that, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But I'm just going to hit play right here.
The latest Census Bureau survey conducted from July 16th to July 21st has crept upward in recent weeks.
So you can see, and I can start it wherever I want. I can come up here and tell it to start
show just how much the coronavirus pandemic
reading. I can change the female or male voice. I can slow it down or speed it up.
Pandemic has upended Americans' lives over the past 4 months, and that things are getting worse.
So you can see that I can click and read pretty much anything on the internet. Now, what's cool about it is not just that. One of the cool things that I have is I can make some changes that make it a great teaching tool. Okay, so I'm going to come into reading options here, reading preferences, and I can turn on line focus, and this would focus on one line at a time or 3 lines at a time, so that they can view or see particular, focusing on one line, not the whole article, not the whole story. Or this right here, 3 lines. It has a picture dictionary, so a lot of the words, if you click on them, will show you a picture of what it means. There's half to find. So I can use that picture dictionary. I can turn that on or off. I can turn on or off the line focus if I want to use it or have it off. And I can translate, and you'll notice, some of you may have noticed when I clicked on something, it's giving me a Russian translation because I had come in and messed with that. You can choose pretty much any language. I know most of the time we do Spanish, and I could choose Spanish just to show you. I can come in here and highlight this. I got 3 different Spanish choices. I'll go with Mexico, and I can then click on a word, and it'll tell me. It'll also let me hear it in Spanish and English. But I can also, inside my reading preferences, translate the entire document into Spanish. And then I can read that document.
Las cifras muestran cuánto la pandemia de coronavirus ha despertado la vida de los estadounidenses en los últimos 4 meses.
In Spanish. So it really lets me do that. And again, I can turn on the line focus.
Y que las cosas están empeorando. La estadística más sorprendente.
And I can just go back to original just like that to get the English translation.
More than half of U.S. adults live in households that have lost income from jobs.
So you can see the benefit there for translation, especially for our students that are learning Spanish and English. You can translate it right back and forth really easy. And this, it also has some grammar options with it. When I looked at this, I thought, wow, if I was teaching grammar, this is phenomenal. So I can come in here, I can turn on syllables. You'll notice that now the words that have syllables have the dot. People can see the syllables. I can turn on nouns. They become purple. Verbs become red. Adjectives become green. Adverbs become yellow. And I can turn on or off the labels for those. So you can see the ones that are nouns, verbs, adjectives. And I can just simply turn off or on whichever ones I want. And I can also change the color. So if I didn't like the purple, I can change that to a different color. Okay. So what a great tool for working with. If you're just working with nouns, you can show them the nouns. If you're working with verbs, you can highlight those verbs that are in there. You're working with adjectives, you can highlight those adjectives. Working with adverbs, you can highlight them and let them see them. You can turn them all on and show labels, and the kids can see all the different labels. Again, I just thought that was a phenomenal tool for an online program. And so those are the grammar options. Then you have text preferences. I can increase the size, so it can almost be magnified, or decrease the size depending on what I like. I can turn on or off the spacing option. Okay, that's normal. There's the increased spacing, help kids read it. Okay, and you'll notice I think I left syllables on. Let me turn that off. I can change the font type. 3 different font choices: normal, Calibri, Sitka, or Comic Sans. And one of the things they say about Comic Sans, there's a dyslexic font that's out there for dyslexic children. That's not included in this program. It's in Sora, but on this one, Comic Sans is supposed to be weighted, and it's recommended for kids with dyslexia as well. Also, you can change the color of the background. I had it on purple because they say that purple is one of the things that helps kids remain calm and help with their reading as well. So you can change that to whatever color you want as a background, or just have a white or a dark theme depending upon what you like. So you can come in and change that to however you want. So that's kind of what Immersive Reader does and can do for you. It can translate, read to you in different languages, allow you to change your reading stuff and look at some different grammar. And like I said, it will work for anything on the internet. So I opened up this news article right here, another one. All I do is highlight it, right click, help me read this. It pulls it right into Immersive Reader, where I have all of those same options and things I can do with the whole article, grammar, everything that's there. Okay. Now, I said it was built into the Microsoft products, and a lot of you aren't using Microsoft products, you're using Google Chrome browser. So if you search for Immersive Reader Chrome extension, it's right here. Use Immersive Reader on websites. Unofficial. The reason it's unofficial is Microsoft did not build it. One of the guys that helped make Pear Deck, thought that Immersive Reader was a very powerful tool and wanted it inside Google Chrome. So he created the app to allow Immersive Reader to run inside Google Chrome. And at this point, he is um, maintaining and operating the cost for that to stay inside Google Chrome. So as long as he keeps doing that, that'll be in there. And all you have to do is click this. You'll have an add to your Google Chrome. Mine says remove because it's already added. If you add it, it will then be part of your Chrome browser. And that's something you can have students do as well. You can teach them how to use that Immersive Reader program if you wanted to, or you could just do it online when you're sharing a screen with the students, talking about those grammar things or having it read to them. Remember, if you do something where you're having something read to the kids, you need to make sure that you optimize it for sound in your share settings so that the audio will go through to students on the WebEx or program you are using. So that's Immersive Reader. Hopefully it's something you're going, wow, I could really use that, and this video will then be worth it. Talk to you guys in the next video we make.